From hotspots to hidden gems, this is your guide to all things local, the LA Unscripted way from LA's Catalina Jazz Club. From fusion and ragtime to hard bop, cool, modern and smooth, the jazz age roared onto the music scene in the 1920s and has been hitting a blue note ever since. Hi everyone, I'm Dana Devin, and for the next half an hour, we are taking you cats to the coolest clubs and hubs in town. So sound the trumpet and let's start right here on Sunset Boulevard, where legends have been riffing for 36 years. Jazz hands to that.
The dark side of the moon.
Jazz brings people together, and it's so wonderful because we get this huge group of people.
It was last night's coffee you forgot.
Hi, I'm Catalina Popescu, and I'm the owner of Catalina Bar and Grill in Hollywood, California. We started this club with Dizzy Gillespie. We had Ahmad Jamal and McCoy Tyner and Max Roach and Betty Carter and Benny Carter. You name them, all of them have graced this stage. The Catalina Jazz Club opened in June of 1986, and we were in Cahuenga until December of 2003 when we moved here.
Your lips for just a moment in my imagination.
I started working for Catalina when I sang in the movie Father of the Bride. She was the first one to say, "Why don't you come sing in my club?"
A kiss to build a dream.
And gave me my first job here. And I've been working for her ever since. I'm a songwriter and a producer. I've worked with some great artists in my life as a producer or a writer, like from Ray Charles to I see some pictures up here. Diana Ross, I've worked with her, and of course Rod Stewart.
So this is so perfect. We're at the Catalina Jazz Club with the Catalina, and while we're getting some drinks made, tell me all the different performers who have been here.
We have had great performers, you know, from jazz world, from Broadway world. We even had Andy Garcia performing here, the wonderful actor. He comes and performs, and he has the best of time with his band.
We have a group called the Cineson All-Stars, which is my label. We play a lot. We played all over the world, from Moscow to Europe, Italy, France. And we play locally here a lot at the Catalina Jazz Club, because it's easy for us. We all live here. You could have dinner there, you know, enjoy a night of beautiful music in a very intimate atmosphere. It's always great musicianship there.
The highlights of my career have been performing on Broadway. I've done over 13 shows. I do a lot of concert work. I do sing in front of a lot of orchestras. The chance to work here at the Catalina Club has been fantastic, especially knowing the reputation that they have and being here in Los Angeles.
I am what I am. I am my own special creation.
I mean, I know jazz. It's in my blood. I did my first album at 9 and my second at 13 when I performed at Jazz at Lincoln Center. But this is all because of my parents. My father, Hot O'Brien, a legendary bebop pianist, and my mother, Stephanie Nicasian, who sang in Jon Hendrix's group in the 80s, wonderful jazz singer. And that's why I'm so happy to have a home here at Catalina's.
We have this motto saying, nothing but the best in jazz, although now we have nothing but the best in jazz, blues, cabaret, Broadway.
The fact that it caters to you know, the kind of music that doesn't necessarily get maybe played on pop radio, you know, and so these great artists are able to play music in a jazz setting, you know, to an intimate audience.
And the main thing is that she's given the city of Los Angeles a place to have music. Artists from all over the world, when they come to the West Coast, try to make a stop and play at Catalina's.
As the bottom of the glass I'm looking through, I'll be as jealous as the dark side of the moon.
now another venue to live loud and local.
I've never been in one of these before, so first of all, just let me take it in for a second.
Take it in.
Blue Flame Cigar Lounge is a cigar lounge. We're a premium cigar lounge in Torrance, California. I discovered the cigar lounge in the mid-90s, I believe, and been smoking here on and off since. And then early 2000s or mid-2000s, I became a regular customer and a member. And then just last year, we were able to purchase this lounge from the previous owner. It's funny because we got married on October 29th. October 30th, we signed the purchase agreement for this place, and November 1st, we took over.
Wait a minute, so you guys are pretty much newlyweds and new owners of a business.
Yes.
My wife and I watch LA Unscripted all the time, and you guys have so much fun. This was probably a year ago. She said it'd be cool if you guys came and did a feature on our lounge.
Hello, Dana. I am Nancy Doster. My husband and I are the new owners of Blue Flame Cigar Lounge in Torrance, California. We would love for you to come to do a segment on our cigar lounge in Torrance.
This is something that we've done to decompress after work. We both are in law enforcement.
So my husband, you know, he did his time in LAPD, 26 and a half years, and he has now retired to be the face of the lounge here. I myself have a couple more years left. I am still on the department. I am a homicide investigator.
What makes Blue Flame different is our huge walk-in humidor. We have over 100 facings of cigars from the Dominican Republic, from Honduras, from Nicaragua.
As you look at the different wrappers, you can tell which ones are Connecticut's, which one are more, you know, mild, which one are more heavier. My favorite cigar is going to be the Davidoff. A little bit more pricier cigar, but it is well worth it. It's probably about an hour and a half to two hours of smoke. Very, very smooth. Most customers that will come in and smoke, they either have their own cutters, their own lighters. If not, we have cutters and lighters at every stand out there.
It's so technical and fancy at the same time. I love it.
We're the only lounge here in Torrance, and it's just a nice vibe to come in and relax, sit down, watch a little TV, sports, and just enjoy your cigar. You walk in and you're greeted by our staff, and if you need help picking out a cigar, our experts will help you pick out a cigar. We do not serve or sell cocktails. Our members in our members lounge only can have alcohol, but only that's out of public view and it's in our members lounge. We're a big sports lounge, and you know, we have the football games, the basketball games, the baseball games. Whatever you want to watch, we have it here.
We're in full swing now, so don't go anywhere. LA Unscripted from Catalina Jazz Club will be back in a B flat.
It didn't work out that way.
Jazz feeds the soul, then today I am one fat cat. Welcome back to LA Unscripted, everyone. I'm Dana Devin, and here at LA's Catalina Jazz Club, you can hear a hot plate plus eat one too in Jazz Speak. That's a really good song, but look at this really good food. Catalina, we have been to some of the finest restaurants in Los Angeles, but I have to say, this looks like Michelin star food.
Well, thank you so much. We take a lot of pride in our food.
What's so cool, I think, about this is you have some like world-renowned musicians performing, and then you can have some world-class food, right, at the same time?
Absolutely. Okay, so this is a filet mignon, grill and bake, and then we serve with the peppercorn sauce.
The peppercorn sauce is amazing.
We have the beet salad, and that comes with the home-baked beets.
Oh.
And then we have our own dressing, which is a balsamic dressing. And then we have the seafood pasta,
right,
which has a variety of seafood, which includes the scallop and the shrimp and the salmon.
Now let's switch the scale and see what chord our Olivia de Bortoli is playing.
Jab, jab, cross, jab, cross.
Like a 1-2 punch.
Exactly. Rumble boxing is a killer 45-minute workout. It's 10 rounds,
half on the bags, half on the benches. It's cardio, it's strength training. You're definitely gonna get an entire body workout. We have locations in Newport Beach, there's Burbank, opening soon in Pasadena, West Hollywood, down in San Diego. So really excited to bring more and more Rumbles to Southern California. It is for everybody, and that's what drew me to Rumble in the first place when I took my first class. If you have an injury, you can just kind of take it easy. You might not twist as much. You can kind of just move through your knees, move through your hips a little bit. But then those days that you feel amazing, you can come in and really take it out on the bag and really go for it.
All right, I've never done boxing before, so this is so exciting. Look at these Rumble wraps. Okay, I've never put wraps on, but we can do that, that's fine.
Once we get those wraps on, we're gonna put the gloves on. Are you ready to do this?
We're ready. And why is boxing kind of the perfect workout?
It's perfect in regards to it's a lot of technique, but it's also kind of mindless at the same time, right? It's that thing where you can just lock in, kind of close your eyes, let your body do the talking, and just kind of get everything out while also working strategy and technique. You can expect 45 minutes of fun and sweat in the room. You get to pick your starting point. So you're either starting on the bags, you're starting on the benches. Either way, you're gonna get 10 full rounds in the room. You'll have 5 rounds on each side, multiple switches. You're gonna have heavy cardio over here on the bag side, some strength training on the floor, and it's gonna be at that perfect timing that you're ready to kind of hit it some more in the room. So these are actually aqua bags. So they are filled with water. They have a little bit of air at the top, and what that allows is when we hit it, there's a little bit of motion there. So it's not like hitting sand where it's just really hard on the joints. It's a lot easier, and it kind of gives a little bit back at you.
All right, I have my gloves. These are so cute. I'm ready to punch. Let's do it.
Before we get into any punches, we gotta get into our boxer stance. So you want those feet to be just about parallel from one another. You wanna drop into the hips a little bit because we always wanna be loose here, but we wanna be really tight in the core, right? So tuck the ribs, and then we bring those hands up to our guard. Beautiful, so this is your home base. When you're not punching, you're always back here. We're gonna start with your jab. It is that front arm. We're gonna take it out. We're gonna flip those knuckles over. Get that full extension. Beautiful, right back. So bring it forward, right back. Now start to pivot a little bit with that front foot because we want to go into the hip. So heel up, there it is.
When someone takes a class and then they go back home, what do you hope they take away from it?
I hope they leave here feeling inspired, motivated, and like they accomplished something.
We're on the front line of funk at the Catalina Jazz Club, and we are in the groove, so don't go anywhere. During this interlude, our LAU crescendo is coming up. Daddy-o, it's been double time of a good time here at Catalina Jazz Club. And if scat, bebop, and blues is your jam, follow this. So in one study, researchers found improvisational aficionados tend to be creative, intelligent, and at ease. Chops to that. Can we just say my jazz vocab is so on key right now? By the way, chops is technical ability, and I feel like after all this, I've actually earned another cocktail. Okay, so before we watch a show, let's order a cocktail. Which one do you recommend?
I would recommend with Love Catalina.
How perfect!
It's very
with
personal.
love. So it's got absolute raspberry vodka with a kiss of peach schnapps served over ice with sweetness. Our leading lady's favorite. It's actually really good. It's light. All right, let's keep this cold train moving. Next stop, what's in the pocket? And not these pockets, pockets when you're in tempo and following the groove of the instrumentation. Dana Devin dropping the knowledge, filling the pockets.
You guys want to show me your new toys?
Skylar says yeah.
Yes, he says yes.
Hi, I'm Stuart Brazel, TV host, content creator, and busy mom of 3 boys, 6 and under.
Hello. What a fun party. Did you have a good time?
I recently got to go to John Legend's house. I brought my 1-year-old, and we got to see him play live at his famous piano in his beautiful home in Beverly Hills. And he played some songs from his new album, My Favorite Dream, and he did play some classics that you're going, is this real life? Am I actually watching John Legend play this song at 11 o'clock in the morning with my baby? It was the coolest concert ever.
Got my head spinning, no kidding, I can't pin you down.
John Legend's kids were everywhere, just like mine. They're all running around. I love it. His son is crawling under the piano, and then he had this really cool jacket on, and so he was like playing with it, and it was just so sweet, so special. We, of course, had to walk away with some fun swag, because when you're at John Legend's house and Fisher Price is co-hosting, you better believe we left with some goods, and it was all music themed.
Here we go.
Come on, Xavier. We got 3 different toys, so a rock and record player. It has 5 different albums. It plays 20 different songs. Yeah! We got the band going! And then we got 2 of the different members from the Link Squads, and it's incredible because they link up together and play songs at the same time. There was so much to do at the party, so the kids left thoroughly entertained and tired, which is always a parent's goal. We want to leave places with our kids tired and sleepy and ready to go to bed. Music is always playing on our house. We have nightly dance parties. I have 3 boys, so my youngest is 13 months. Then my middle child, today is his birthday. He is 4, and he wants you to know it. And then my oldest is 6.
Maybe you could be a purple monkey in the bubblegum tree.
I have to give kudos to Fisher Price and John Legend. Not only did he create this amazing album, My Favorite Dream, and play some of the Fisher Price classics, but he's also keeping this crazy chaos somewhat entertained at night, so maybe mommy can have some dinner that isn't cold. John Legend and Fisher Price are a match made in heaven because obviously he has the voice of an angel, but he also covered some of these songs in his new album, and they're songs that I know from the Fisher Price toys that have been in my home for 7 years now. So seeing my kids hear him sing them live and their face when they recognize that song is priceless.
Jazz can be found in almost all genres of music, and now another local find that is killer. Open a few years, but look at all the clout they already have. LA Times, Food and Wine, Eater, also James Beard nominated, Michelin. I mean, it's amazing.
So we're LA natives, high school sweethearts, and I used to do insurance by day. My job took me to Texas. I fell in love with Texas style barbecue and came home and started tinkering with it.
I remember him walking in the house and just the luggage smells smoky and strong, and it was the first thing he unzipped and was like, here, warm it up. I need you to try this. And it was amazing. It got me hooked.
I'm back in Texas.
The day one, we've always, been Texas style barbecue straightforward. But I think what makes us a little different is that we incorporate our heritage and our culture, not just being Mexican Americans, but also just from the city, a beautiful city of just diversity. And we've had fun with making a sausage inspired, like a Dodger dog. We do some pork belly burnt ends here that are inspired by Koreatown. But while still keeping that Texas style barbecue craft.
We're in the back of Moo's restaurant. If you had any doubt about the quality of smoked meat you're gonna get, forget it. Look at this. 1 smoker, 2 smokers. By the way, that's as big as my bathroom. 3, 4, and that entire room is a smoker. How big is that smoker?
It's a 1,000-gallon smoker.
And this is where their famous brisket gets made.
When they're done, we want them to all kind of have this
even top.
That even nice barkiness.
I've never heard anybody that knows more about brisket than this guy.
you know, it took a long time to learn it. Never really did brisket for anyone except for us.
We were cooking so much on the weekends already. It was kind of like a barbecue party every weekend at home. I told my husband, wouldn't it be fun to invite complete strangers to introduce this style of barbecue to people in LA? I remember it was 2017 was our very first backyard thing. And I didn't know if anybody was gonna show up. Within 3 hours or so, we were completely out of everything that we had cooked.
Okay, this is called the Meat Sweats Platter.
Pork spare ribs. We got our beautiful brisket, handcrafted sausages, some pulled pork here.
Look at that. Oh. It's sweet, like it's tangy, but it's sweet. The meat is so tender, but there's that crust on the outside.
We're just doing what we love to do, and you know, we're getting recognized for it, which is like cherry on top.
We're always just amazed at how barbecue and our passion has really just changed our lives, really changed our lives for the better.
So what'd you think?
Oh my God, so what did I think? I'm dying. From now on, I want to be Dana Munoz. Dana Moo. Can I be Dana Moo? I want to be Dana Moo. Okay, you cool cats, the gig is up. Thank you so much to Catalina Jazz Club for letting us go off script. Like Ella, Nat, Louie, and Billy, stay with us, because we're a classic. Good night, everyone. Mwah.